Hey guys, RPM here. Alright, this is a continuation video regarding yesterday's video that I did talking about the Ethereum merge scheduled or a soft date of September 19th. And, could happen before, could happen later, or could not happen at all. And so that's what I want to talk about a little bit more. And as well as talk about GPU pricing if the Ethereum merge does decide to happen in September, as well as profitability, all that kind of stuff. Even essentially what's at stake on Ethereum, pun intended, and as well as the total market cap, total ether supply. This kind of stuff I want to talk about. So before I begin, this video is sponsored by Watom.io. Watom is a complete Bitcoin mining solutions provider and the largest distributor of Bitcoin mining equipment in the United States. Watom has got all your mining needs covered by offering everything from the latest ASIC miners to mobile mining containers and power transformers, as well as complete hosting services and full facility buildouts. Their team of over 100 mining experts has got you covered by offering exceptional customer service. They also offer installment payment plans, which makes getting into Bitcoin mining or scaling your existing mining operations that much easier. Link down below to watom.io/RPM. Okay, so Ethereum did have a price jump here recently in the past day or so, since the announcement was a couple days ago. So overall, it looks like Ethereum has been kind of gaining dominance against Bitcoin. Okay, so looking at the chart here, it's at 11.7% here versus 3.3% for Bitcoin in terms of the price numbers here. So yeah, for those that are, maybe mining Ethereum into Bitcoin right now, then you are essentially garnering more Bitcoin, right, in terms of the yield, because Ethereum has gained more dominance over Bitcoin, right? So for those that are mining for Bitcoin and GPU mining, and you're mining Ethereum into BTC, then you're going to be getting more Bitcoin. I feel like I said that twice in a row, but just, yeah, let me know if some of you guys are mining into BTC right now, and if you're seeing higher yields, essentially, for BTC. So anyways, yeah, that's a nice little jump here. I'm not sure if that's due to, I noticed the stock market go up. I've noticed the CPI numbers. Even when the CPI numbers were released, then it looked like crypto started going back up for some reason. So whether or not that plays into the merge news as well, I'm not quite sure. Perhaps, right? The merge news was 2 days ago. So maybe both CPI numbers and economy stuff, stocks, all that stuff with the merge, it's all just going up. I'm not quite sure. But going along, guys, I wanted to now talk about the point that with September 19th around here for the merge. If you guys saw my video yesterday, you essentially know the details, right? But whether or not it's going to happen in September, in my opinion, I guess I kind of gave my opinion, was that overall, it doesn't matter. I just want it to happen and just get it over with. I think we've been talking about this like for the past 2 years nonstop, and I feel like the amount of hard forks and difficulty bomb delays that I've talked about on the channel, I think I've literally talked about every single one. It's getting quite repetitive, and just simply, actually, you know what? I want to read some comments here, so that you guys posted on for the video that I did yesterday. So let's see here. ABMNS Production says, the whole merge is getting pretty annoying, to be honest. Delayed, not delayed. Enough, please. Merge already. Ethereum, for the sake of GPU mining. Good luck to ETH once the merge is achieved, and good luck to all the miners, because we'll probably need a lot of it when all these hash rate will need to be relocated. Yes, and I mean, we've beaten around the bush on this topic many times, that there's just going to be essentially a major leveling off period, right? And depending on people's electrical cost and the difficulty and hash rate of those coins, whether or not it's going to be profitable or not, and a lot of those guys that have higher electrical costs will just not be able to essentially stay mining, stay competitive, because their expenses are just too high, and so those people will have to turn off, and so there'll be that time, there'll be that leveling off period, right? It could be weeks, could be months, until maybe people run out of capital, or people just, decide, they can't stay on mining anymore. And, that essentially happened back in 2018, 2019, the last bear market. I saw a lot of mining farm liquidations, a lot of people selling GPUs, And, the same idea is applying right now as we speak. I did a video a couple days ago showing the GPU prices and people selling mining rigs and liquidating their mining rigs and mining farms and stuff. We've seen it happen in the past, and it looks like it's happening again. So whether or not this is, the time to buy hardware could be not now, but it could be when the merge happens, right? So now this is the topic of getting into when the merge is going to happen in, September. Then wouldn't it be the best play to buy the hardware when it's bottom barrel, like literally unprofitable, or just, the merge news, or Ethereum moves away from proof of work, all the hash rate that everyone's been talking about that's going to move over to other coins is going to be rendering the coins, profitability down the dumps essentially. And so what I'm expecting to see is like RTX 3070s to be like, I don't know, sub $250, maybe less. And it goes back to like, previous bear markets that I've seen. RTX 2060s, 2070s used to be like a couple $100 or less. 1660 supers were like $100 or something, $120. RX 580s were like $60. And so what's not to say, and sorry guys, I'm still a little bit sick, so sorry if my voice is kind of out, but what's not to say that RTX 3070s could be sub $250 after the merge. So for those that are potentially waiting to buy GPUs, or maybe could see a good deal to buy GPUs, then it could be that these GPUs like 3070s could be much cheaper in the next 2 to 3 months here when the merge actually happens. And if it doesn't happen, right, if the merge doesn't happen, then depending on, I guess, recession and, how long this recession is going to last, not quite sure if the market's going to keep going back up. If Ethereum decides to keep going up in price, then obviously profitability is going to go up in price. And so then GPUs will then potentially go back up in price, right? Depends if the merge is going to happen or not. But to be honest, I think this is the final like nail in the coffin. Like the devs are essentially really pushing to have the merge come. And I know there's a few comments here. A lot of people think that the merge will not happen. People still are not believing that it will happen. And, I'm with you guys. Like, I know that we've seen delay upon delay upon delay multiple times. I think there's been 6 or 7 Ethereum difficulty bomb delays so far. But I think this time it does feel different in terms of actually seeing, these dates here that the devs have been talking about. So I think that's it. I think that's it. It's actually coming, and then GP prices could be much cheaper. I want you guys to give me some feedback here. Let me know what you think, but that's kind of my thought process right now. After the merge, we're probably going to see mass liquidations of GPUs, or at least a much cheaper price for, Founders Edition 3070s, like not 475, not 500, but more like 300 or 250, even cheaper. You guys can let me know. If you think I'm crazy, let me know. But ultimately, right, Ethereum is moving towards staking, okay? And as of right now, I believe it shows that there's 13,766,261 Ethereum staked right now, okay? And if we look at the total global, the market cap, our total supply of Ethereum, 119,710,954 Ethereum in terms of total ETH supply. That is quite a bit. But if we look at the total staked ETH, that's 13,766,261. And so as of right now, for people that are staking, they cannot take it out until, I guess, the next upgrade. And so I'm not quite sure when that next upgrade is. I could really care less. But for those that don't understand, you do need to have essentially 32 Ethereum to be a validator to stake essentially. But there's they did talk about you can do it at home with a 32 ETH, or you can do staking as a service, or you can do pool staking, right? For those that don't feel comfortable staking 32 Ethereum, apparently that is an option. There's also a centralized exchange staking as well. You guys have probably seen that already. But what I wanted to go about with this information here is how centralized Ethereum is currently. For those that don't know, Ethereum was a pre-mine, right, of 72 million Ethereum. So if you minus that out at the current total supply of Ethereum right now, that means since the genesis of Ethereum, only 46,464,510 Ethereum have been essentially mined, and there's 3 million uncle rewards as well. But you can see the difference here, right? The initial pre-mine of 60 million, and then another 12 million that went to the I think the ETH Foundation or the developers. That is why they want to go to POS, because these guys have bigger bags than the miners, obviously, and they say that miners are causing the sell-off pressure, which I just cannot believe. There's a lot of political stuff you guys have probably heard. I don't really want to get into it. It's been said many times before, but to be honest, you know, I'm glad that this is just finally coming about. I hope it happens. The part in me, like, hope it happens, but in terms of profitability, I don't want it to happen. There are a lot of you who mine for profitability and maybe sell every day, and so this could be your income, right? Your yearly income. Maybe you don't have a full-time job or something, and you mine full-time, and you have a big warehouse or something. So it's, you know, you're incentivized to actually keep mining Ethereum due to its profitability, right? It makes sense that way because you have massive expenses and you need to pay for it. And so Ethereum, in terms of profitability, is the most profitable coin for GPU miners, of course, right? It used to be Neoxa at one point, but you know, being realistic here, Ethereum is the most profitable and has been for the greater past 2 years or so, since the DeFi summer, right? So the Ethereum merge is a momentous milestone, whatever you guys want to call it, coming up here in the next couple months, 2 months here, which it's coming up real soon, right? The realization here is that it's coming up real soon. So a lot of things are going to transpire, a lot of things are going to happen, and it's going to affect a lot of people. And, you know, I'm going to be here to document it and talk with you all. I want to hear your guys' thoughts about this. Let me know down below. This is a very, obviously, contentious event that all of us GPU miners have been obviously wanting to know and understand. And we've just been talking about it. It never ends. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Let me know your thoughts. Have a good one, and peace out.